Would you like to know where the best locations are to buy at all different price points here in Southeast Queensland? Well, I thought we had a bit of fun today by sharing with you my insider knowledge about the Southeast Queensland market, where the not spots and the hot spots are at this point in time in 2026, by taking an overview and looking at the entire Brisbane market or Greater Brisbane market at this point in time. We're going to be looking at Moreton Bay, Logan, Ipswich, Redlands, Brisbane City, and the Gold Coast, talking about value pockets and where the market sits at this point in time. And if you get value out of this video, I'm sharing you the insider knowledge as a buyer's agent and a professional property investor about these locations. So leave a like for me and subscribe down below. Now, I'm sure many of you would have seen this wonderful website here, realestate.com.au, and you're probably sitting on this website every day or every other day if you are looking to buy your own home or an investment property. But I thought it'd be fun to just take a look, show you what's selling in the market at the moment, having a look at recent sold listings, having a look at some new listings, and just taking a map view of Brisbane. Taking a map view of Brisbane and talking about each of the major councils and where value might sit at this point in time. In here, you can see Brisbane's CBD. And then if we go into filters, I just want to start off by looking at $1 million price point. So I want to look for sold dates in the last 3 months. I want to look at really recent sales. I want to look for land greater than 300 square meters. And I want to look for houses. We're just going to start with focusing on houses. And I want a max sold price for houses in the last 3 months of $1 million. So you can see immediately as I hit search that the map on screen here takes out a bunch of red dots. Now, it's interesting. There's a couple of dots in here. $1 million, $1 million. So there's a couple of sales that have happened in Carina. This sale in December 2025 might be a sale between family members. But it's really interesting to see that there have been a few sales on this street specifically at that $1 million mark. This deal here for $1 million looks like good inherent value on the 3rd of December 2025 with a 3-bed, 2-bath home on 410 square meters in a suburb called Carina here in Queensland. We take a look at this house as an example sale in the market. You can see, okay, it's tidy frontage. It's across from the parklands. You need to do flood checks because it is near parklands. It's a neat and tidy home. Aircon. It's been well presented, sanded floors, painted house internally. It looks pretty good. So for $1 million, you can still buy in Brisbane City Council. But it is pretty rare, to be honest with you, to buy deals in Brisbane for $1 million price point. So I'm pleasantly surprised that someone has been able to buy this in the last 3 months. A great looking home, all really well presented. This may have flood overlay because it is across from the parkmate. So just take that into account when you're looking at deals that you do need to do your flood searches as well. If we jump back to the map view and zoom out again, we'll just unclick off that guy. You can see, if we zoom right out, there's not really much within a 7 to 8K radius of Brisbane. There's a few scattered up here on the north side, but really on the south side, there's nothing that's sold in the last 3 months. Looking at our parameters that we set at the start, for $1 million that you can buy within that 5 to 8K ring of Brisbane. Now, on this western side, people immediately go, oh, you can buy. It's not that far from the city, but this is near the Archiefield Airport. You've got suburbs like Acacia Ridge, Coopers Plains, and Rocklea. Now, Rocklea, Acacia Ridge are very industrial, commercial areas. They're not typically sought after by owner-occupiers, and it's just something to be wary of, that there can not be good value in these pockets if you buy it in the wrong locations. I would rather be further out in, say, a Middle Park or a Jindalee rather than buying in a Rocklea or Acacia Ridge, which can be counterintuitive. If you don't understand Brisbane City, why would you buy further out on this western corridor? Well, there's the M5 here, which leads into the city. There's actually tunnel access once you get to a certain point along the M5. And it's also far more owner-occupied in these pockets than it is in these pockets, which is why some people want to pay for a buyer's aid to give you all this detail and view about where value might sit. And you can see in here, like a little 2-bedroom house in Tarragini, sold under the $1 million mark, right across from the shops on a 2-bed, 1-bath home. Tarragini is a great suburb. It backs onto the Tooheys Forest here, which is a nature reserve. It's near the Griffith University campus, and it's got access to the CBD, and a lot of people are spending a lot of money on their home renovations in this area. If we zoom out, you can see there's a bunch of sales in Redland Bay. So for $1 million at this point in time, you can buy in Redland Bay. If we click through some of these, you can see $935,000. Up here, 990,000. So between that 900,000 to $1 million price point, you can afford to buy in Redland Bay in suburbs like Alexandra Hills and Capella Bar. Now, are they the best value if you've got a 900K budget at this point in time? I would say potentially not. Now, there's the right investment opportunity or the right home for the right buyer. For an owner-occupier, maybe a great deal for $1 million to buy in Enver Road on Alex Hills. But for another investor, they might want to buy in Moreton Bay or Logan or Ipswich. So as we zoom out, you can see on the north side of Brisbane, you've got suburbs like Zilmere, Boondall, where you can get these deals, homes which are reasonable in that 900,000 to $1 million range. Now, the reality is at the start of this year, some of these sales are on busier roads, but at the start of this year, you're not seeing, Zilmere Road as a main road. You're not seeing many deals go sub $1 million, even in these northern pockets. They're probably hitting the low ones or even into the 1.1s in a lot of these areas. We're only seeing the bottom sales in these locations. As we move north, we've got Moreton Bay. So Moreton Bay, we typically buy out to Burpengary is the most northern area for us. So you see this ring here is the Moreton Bay region that we specify in at Purpose Property as buyers agents. And there's a lot more opportunities sub $1 million. You've got areas where I own a property in Bray Park. And so you can see houses are selling for $925,000. This house here, 81 Leone Street, sold for $947,000 in November. Now if we zoom in, this bad boy right here is my project called the Bray Park Bomb, and the neighbor just sold for $947,000 in November 2025. Now let's have a look at the property that I bought and how much I paid. So the address that I bought at was 2 Kambari Street in Bray Park, a 640 square meter block with a basic brick home, currently for rent for $580 for a week. It's just been tenanted, and next door is a neighboring granny flat behind this space here. So if we click on 2 Kambari Street, you can see the listing manager. I paid $640,000 to buy this property. And if you want to have a chat with Sophie, my property manager, you can reach out to Image and mention Luke at Purpose Property, and they will definitely look after you. If you're looking for a good property manager, mention our team. You'll get discounted rates. That's just a hot tip for you if you do have an investment property in Southeast Queensland. The property in 2 Kambari, so this is Bray Park on the north side of Brisbane, was built in 1918. The block I bought is 600-ish, 640 in this example. So you can see I paid $1,000 a square meter, 640 for a 640 block in 2024. It was around the middle of 2024. Now you can see that the front house is renting for around $580 per week, and the granny flat is renting for around $400 per week. So in total, this deal rents for about $980 to $1,000 a week at this point in time, which is great for me because it costs me nothing to hold. And then as you can see, the neighbor just sold for $947K. Now with this deal, I'm probably into it about $80,000 in the renovations and $200,000 in terms of the granny flat. So my cost base is about $920,000. The reality is I did get ripped off by my builder in that renovation. There were tons of variations. It was very poorly managed in reality. In 2024 because my late wife did have cancer at that point in time. And so I wasn't able to be on site regularly for that project. But it still turned out okay. Like that deal would probably sell because it's got a house and a granny flat closer to the $1 million mark because this neighbor is a 4-bed, 1-bath and my property is technically a 4-bed, 2-bath site with 2 dwellings on there that can be rented separately for around $1,000 per week. So $1,000 a week in a Bray Park area like this would sell for around $1 million or low ones. I think the latest bank valuation was about $1,050,000, which makes sense based on the rental yield. So these are pockets that you may want to spend your money. Lawnton, Bray Park, Joyner. You can buy in areas like Marumba Downs and Griffin, but they tend to have poorer block sizes. You'll see, if we look at one of these ones in Griffin, you'll see it's a nice home, 967, but the block size is really poor at 320 square meters. Then you can buy out on the peninsula. There are less sales happening here at that $1 million price point. Areas like Clontarf, Margate, out to Newport and Rothwell. You'll see houses, $850 in November. It doesn't look like too bad of a deal. 607 square meter block, a yellowed house, an ugly duckling. This would be great if you want to repaint, recarpet. It's a lot of sweat equity, but there's money to be made in deals like this. A full renovation on a house like this inside and out might cost you $80,000 to $100,000. And you'd expect to get $80,000 to $100,000 uplift once you've spent the money. And if you can do the work yourself, you're probably saving $30,000 to $40,000 on the renovations, That's money going back into your own pocket and being refinanced as you go through that process. So I'll give you a quick run view of the South and then we'll wrap this up because you may want more videos like this. And if you want me to go through each of the councils, leave a like and a comment. Leave a comment on saying more in capitals, MORE, more. We want more because I'll break down each of the councils in more detail if you're interested in videos like this. So we've got Ipswich. You can see the land of opportunity at the $1 million price point. Tons of sales in the last 3 months. I bought a property in Red Bay Plains for under $1 million recently. I'll see if we can find it. There's too many sales for me to even see it on the screen here. But I bought a property for around $800,000 in this region, which is currently a strata title deal. So you've got these long roads and, you can switch to satellite view and you can see there's these bigger blocks in here. These are the types of blocks you want to buy. This one's a great example, a corner block, house positioned well. You could strata title, subdivide these types of deals, work with your town planner and build out on the back. So this would be a great example. It's a 1,000 square meter block in Red Bay Plains, a nice house. It's well renovated, sub $1 million. Fine downstairs, yeah, bit of wood rot, bit of water runoff you need to deal with. Great. You can see that huge yard and there's access off to the side here. This is the type of deal that I would buy. This is the kind of deal that I would buy with my own money, sub $1 million in the Southeast Queensland market at this point in time. Same as we move into Logan, if we switch back to the satellite view. You jump into Logan, there's areas as far south as, Yatala, Beenleigh, Eagleby. I would steer clear of the islands myself. I'm not a big fan of buying on the islands. But you've got areas like Marsden, Baronia Heights, Bethania, you've got to be wary of flood overlays. Cornubia and Shayla Park. One of my big renovations is happening in Shayla Park at the moment. You can't really buy much. This is crazy someone was able to get a deal under $1 million actually in Shayla Park. Good on them. That's awesome. Congrats whoever bought this deal for sub $1 million. Because houses in Shayla Park are probably 1.1. So most of the houses you're seeing in an area like Shayla Park where I'm doing this granny flat are $1.1 million. And I'm building, would you believe, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, secondary dwelling, otherwise known as a granny flat, in this suburb called Shayla Park at the moment, which is due to be completed by about Easter or at the latest June in 2026. Now, the really cool thing about building a granny flat or a secondary dwelling in Shayla Park is the average house does sell for $1.1 million. So building a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home will mean that it rents for around $650 to $700 per week. So I'm getting rent of $650 to $700 per week for a cost of around $350,000 to $400,000. So that's an amazing return on investment. It's a brick veneer home, solid asset, colorbond roof in a good quality area like Shayla Park. So if we zoom right out, there is opportunity everywhere in Southeast Queensland. We'll take a really quick look at the Gold Coast too. You can see there's less housing sales in the Gold Coast. You're really looking at that northern pocket. If we move into the more expensive areas like Miami, Broadbeach, I really like Palm Beach, Coolangatta in particular. I'm more of a South Gold Coast person myself. I may end up buying a house around Mudgeeraba or Palm Beach or Miami in the future. I really like these pockets from an owner-occupied perspective. But for investments, there's definitely good opportunities up here near Labrador. Runaway Bay can be a good pocket. Nerang in certain areas or Ashmore in particular, some great areas. You can get some good deals, 3-bed, 2-bath, $940K, good block size. A deal like this in Mullingar could be great. Could be the right deal for the right investor in the Gold Coast market. You're not too far from, main schools. The water's only a short drive away. You've got access to all the shops and facilities, and you're bordered by the highway. So sub $1 million, you can still buy in the Gold Coast, but it depends on what you're looking for as an investor. This type of deal would be less inclined to build a granny flat compared to some deals in Logan or Ipswich or even Redland Bay. So you've got to find the right deal for you, whether you're an owner-occupier or an investor. And there are deals sub $1 million across all of the major markets that we buy in Southeast Queensland, which is amazing to see. You're not going to get within that 5K ring of Brisbane, but in Moreton Bay, in some parts of Brisbane, Redlands, Logan, Ipswich, and Gold Coast, there are great opportunities out there. It's about finding the right property for you. As I said, I just wanted to give you a brain dump, to talk you through all of these pockets at a high level. And I just think this is going back to my roots. When I started the YouTube channel 6 years ago, we were sharing our renovations, my wife and I, or my late wife, Emily, who passed from cancer in 2024, unfortunately. But we were sharing locations. I'm happy to share with you guys where we're buying, what we're doing, and how we bring value in terms of being a buyer's agent and helping you buy properties for the right price in the right location. And if you take this information and you go out there and smash it yourself, kudos to you. I think that's amazing. I actually I'm encouraged when people take these resources, get value out of my YouTube videos, and use the info to go out there and take action. If you do think that you want help in this process and you want a buyer's agent with acquisition managers, with associates, being specifically tailored to your circumstances to help you buy the right deal, head over to purviceproperty.com.au. Leave that comment down below with more. And if I see enough comments with more, I'll break down each of the councils with this type of video. And in this video, click right here. This one right here, because YouTube reckons that's the one you should watch next.